On the night of November 3rd, a man named Daniel Reyes called his wife from his car. It was a normal call. 10 minutes later, he was gone. Not late, not missing for a day. Gone, mid-sentence, mid-thought, as if he'd been erased. Daniel was 34, an electrician, the kind of man neighbors described as boringly reliable. That night, his wife Claire was at home, dinner cooling on the table, waiting for him to walk through the door like he had every night for 6 years. November 3rd wasn't a special date. No anniversary, no argument that morning. Just an ordinary Tuesday, which is exactly what makes what happened next so hard to explain. At 7:42 p.m., Daniel called Claire from his car 12 minutes from home. He told her he was almost there. Then, mid-sentence, his voice changed. "Hold on," he said. "There's headlights behind me. They've been there a while." Claire asked what he meant. Daniel laughed it off, said it was probably nothing. Then he said 4 words that investigators would replay hundreds of times. "Okay, they're turning off." And the call went silent. Claire assumed the call dropped. She called back. It rang once, then went straight to voicemail. She called again. Same thing. By the 5th attempt, panic had replaced patience. She drove the route herself, expecting to find his car pulled over, maybe a flat tire. Instead, she found something that made her stomach drop before she even got out of her own car. Daniel's car was parked at an angle on the shoulder, not crashed, not damaged. The engine was still running. The headlights were still on. The driver's door was open. His phone was on the passenger seat, still connected to the call, still recording, in a sense, because on the other end, Claire had been listening the entire time, 13 minutes of dead air, waiting for a voice that never came back. Police arrived within the hour. No blood. No signs of a struggle. No skid marks. No signs another vehicle had even stopped. It was as if Daniel had simply stepped out of his own car and out of existence. The investigation moved fast at first. Search teams, K-9 units, local news coverage. But roads like this one don't hide people for long, and after 4 days they'd found absolutely nothing. Detectives kept coming back to one detail: Daniel's last words. "They're turning off." Turning off the road behind him, or turning their headlights off. 2 very different meanings. Nobody could agree which one he meant. 3 weeks in, a jogger found something half buried near the tree line, less than 200 feet from where the car was found. Daniel's wedding ring. Not damaged, not hidden, just left there, like it had been placed. That single object reopened the case, but it also deepened the mystery. If someone had taken him, why leave something so personal behind? If he'd left on his own, why leave the ring at all? Search efforts expanded for miles. Volunteers walked fields at dawn for weeks. They found nothing else. No body, no struggle, no second set of tire tracks. Just an empty stretch of road that refused to explain itself. Claire kept his photo on the mantel for years. She says she still replays the recordings sometimes. Not for clues anymore, just to hear his voice one more time before it cut to silence. To this day, Daniel Reyes has never been found. No body, no arrest, no explanation. Just 13 minutes of a recorded phone call that ends with headlights. And a man who was there and then simply wasn't. If you were driving that road tonight, and you glanced in your rearview mirror to see headlights that had been there a little too long, would you say something? Or would you do exactly what Daniel did and just hope they turn off?